Now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Top Rank Incorporated, along with the undisputed, undefeated king of beers, Budweiser, proud to be your bud, presents Professional Championship Boxing for your entertainment. This bout is sanctioned by the World Boxing Organization and the California State Athletic Commission. Chairman for California, William Eastman. Vice Chairman, Willie Buchanan. Commissioners at ringside, Kim Welshans, Jerry Nathanson, and former World Heavyweight Champion of the World, Carlos Palomino. Executive Officer, Richard DeCure. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Robert Carnes, Dr. Pelvin Hicks, and Dr. Adam Carnes. The timekeeper for this contest is John Lichty. WBO Supervisor ringside, Francisco Barcasel. WBO judges assigned, scoring the bout on a 10-point must system are Jess Andreasen, Raul Caiz, and Wiso Fernandez. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, referee Lou Moret. And now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, part 2 of the grand opening of the Grand Olympic Auditorium here in the City of Angels. Let's get ready to rumble! 12 rounds of boxing for the WBO Junior Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the gold trunks with black trim, weighing 128 3/4 pounds, from East Los Angeles, California, undefeated with a record of 11-0, 10 by KO. He's the 1992 Olympic gold medal champion. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the undefeated challenger, the pride of East LA, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the red trunks with white trim, weighing 130 pounds even, from Copenhagen, Denmark. Also undefeated, his record 16-0, 5 KOs to his credit. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the undefeated WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Jimmi Bredahl.
Oscar? I give you your instructions in the dressing room. Remember to listen to my commands. Keep your punches up, shake hands, and await the bell. Good luck.
That was referee Lou Moret with the instructions.
Okay? Good luck.
The bout being fought under 12-round WBO rules, a 10-point must system, no standing 8 count. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect, and a fighter can be saved by the bell only in the last round. Jimmi Bredahl in the red trunks, fighting in his southpaw style. Oscar De La Hoya in the gold trunks. Strictly an orthodox fighter and very big for this junior lightweight division. You can see De La Hoya has obvious physical advantages over the champion. Bredahl appearing to try to start fast. De La Hoya digs a left hand to the body, and the two beginning to mix it up quite early. It was an interesting contrast in the ring before the fight. De La Hoya spent 5 minutes or so just waving to his adoring fans throughout the arena, never looked at Bredahl. Bredahl had his eyes focused completely on the challenger, was trying to get him to engage in a stare out, but right hand by De La Hoya, and Bredahl is down. Bredahl goes to one knee now to take the 8 count wisely. Lou Moret sends De La Hoya back to the neutral corner. That will give Bredahl a couple of extra seconds to rest. It was a right hand, which surprises the champion Bredahl. Combination by De La Hoya. He's all over the champion. Bredahl is 16-0. And he never dreamed this could happen to him right off the bat. Still plenty of time remaining in the round. Over a minute. De La Hoya bidding for his first world championship is all over the champion. Good combination by De La Hoya. The left got there, the right a little short, but De La Hoya again with the combinations. De La Hoya, though calm, as you notice, for a fighter with so little experience, 11 pro fights. But keep in mind that Oscar had the 230 amateur bouts, of which he won 225. So having a man down does not cause him, as it might in some inexperienced professionals, to go absolutely wild. He's been calm and poised since the knockdown. Bredahl simply trying to collect himself after getting surprised here. We're into the final 10 seconds of the round. End of round one. Bredahl, a deep breath as he goes back to the corner and says, "I'm all right." We'll take a look at what happened there in round number one. De La Hoya takes a left from Bredahl, but there's a right hand, a one-punch knockdown by the challenger De La Hoya. Gets good balance on the punch, comes from long range. Clean knockdown of the champion, who after that was on his bicycle trying to collect himself. Now as we get ready for the second round, we've been joined here at ringside by a man who may find himself a future opponent of Oscar De La Hoya or Jimmi Bredahl, whoever might win this fight, and that's the newly crowned IBF the champion in the 135-pound lightweight championship division, and that is Rafael Ruelas, who last week defeated Freddie Pendleton to win the title. Rafael, thank you for joining us here, and congratulations on your victories.
Thank you very much, and it's nice to come back to the Olympic and be able to watch great fights like this one's already. It's a great fight already. Great first round.
What did you think of De La Hoya showing in that? Oh, Bredahl landed something, and De La Hoya seemed to indicate that he slipped.
Oh, he got hit with a good shot. He was hurt, but he connected this guy well the first round and had him hurt himself. This guy will be on his bike for a while.
Bredahl, a tough customer, coming back here now and trying to be more aggressive again at the start of round two. But he takes a left hook from De La Hoya.
Oscar is great, got great left hook, and that's what he keeps using. He's got to use that against the left-handed fighter.
De La Hoya continues to press forward. I'm Rich Murata, ringside at the Grand Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles, California. This is the WBO Junior Lightweight Championship fight. Joining me at ringside is World Lightweight Champion Rafael Ruelas. Rafael, have you been in the ring in terms of sparring with De La Hoya?
I did right before he left to the Olympics. I sparred with him 2 days, and that was it. After that, I haven't sparred with him since.
How do you feel about what he's showing so far in the ring tonight?
Well, he's a good fighter. He's a strong fighter, very accurate puncher. I think that in this fight he needs to use his left hook more because he's fighting against a left-handed southpaw. He also needs to, keep his hands up because he did get hit with a good shot, but he's got him hurt there.
Yeah, that left hand looked as though it staggered Bredahl, and he's down again for the second time in this fight. Bredahl waves over to his corner to let them know that he's okay. Again, he takes the 8 count from Lou Moret, but Bredahl now has been down in each round. Oscar is all over Bredahl. Let's see if he can finish him here in the second round. The Grand Olympic Auditorium in somewhat of a panic here as De La Hoya, the hero of the fans, is certainly putting on quite a show.
Yes, this is a very good fighter. Jimmi Bredahl is trying to survive this round so he can come back to the next round.
Oscar keeps coming forward. Bredahl appears to once again be concerned with collecting himself and just reaching the end of round number 2. Okay, Rafael, I want to thank you very much for being with us here in round 2 of this fight. We look forward to you perhaps fighting Oscar De La Hoya in the future.
Thank you. Hopefully he will continue to win, and so will I, and maybe sometime in the future it'll happen.
Okay, well, congratulations again on your winning the World Championship from Freddie Pendleton.
Thank you, Richie. Thank you.
Rafael Ruelas, the IBF lightweight champion of the world, joining us here between rounds. We go into the corner now with Jimmi Bredahl. We take a look at what happened in that second round now. De La Hoya totally the aggressor here. Bredahl trying to keep him off with the tools that he has. De La Hoya moving forward. There's the left hook. Now just kind of overwhelming him with punches. And Bredahl finally goes down. There were about 5 or 6 shots landed by De La Hoya. Not all clean. De La Hoya stumbles there and goes down. Did not seem, however, to be really wobbly. But certainly now he is at a big disadvantage in points. You must figure this fight being scored on a 10-point must system. 2 10-8 rounds already for De La Hoya. A 20-16 lead for the challenger. The problem for Bredahl is he's not known as a power puncher, really. He's got only 5 KOs in his 16 victories. So does he have enough to hold off Oscar De La Hoya? He's got to get some respect from De La Hoya. Bredahl trying to get that right jab to work. Jimmi Bredahl, the champion in red trunks, has been down twice, once in each round. Facing a hostile crowd and a big-time opponent. He is trying to get himself together. He's a mentally very tough young man. But I just don't know if he has the tools to come back in a fight like this against De La Hoya, who again opens up. And this time Bredahl holds on.
Okay. Watch those heads. Watch the heads. Watch the heads.
Rumoret warning the fighters to watch themselves in close, to keep away from a headbutt, such as we had in our previous fight tonight. There's De La Hoya with another combination. If you weren't with us earlier, James Lights Out Tony successfully defended his IBF Super Middleweight Championship with a 4th round KO of challenger and #1 ranked contender, the undefeated Tim Littles. It was a fight in which Tony was badly cut and was told by the ring doctor between the 3rd and 4th round he would only give him 1 more round. And Tony went out and got things done. Right hand by Bredahl catches, by De La Hoya catches Bredahl backing away. No damage on that one. Bredahl just trying to get back to boxing basics if he can here in round 3. De La Hoya is so strong. Bredahl's problem continues to be, just doesn't look like he has anything to keep De La Hoya away with. Round 3, and it's come to Oscar De La Hoya and Jimmi Bredahl come out for round number 4 of their scheduled 12-round WBO Junior Lightweight Championship fight, taking place here at the Grand Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles, California. Bredahl down in the 1st and again in the 2nd round, and would appear to be far behind on points and facing an uphill climb. De La Hoya has been up in the mountains training at a 7,000-foot altitude. There's a good shot by Bredahl. And another by Bredahl as he starts to get into it a little bit. Bredahl has been in Los Angeles for about a week. Says he's enjoyed himself, loves the warm weather. There's the left hand of De La Hoya over the outstretched jab of Bredahl. Again, the combination punching from De La Hoya. The uppercut inside did a lot of damage.
Hold it. Don't wrestle, Oscar.
Red warning De La Hoya not to wrestle, but it actually was Bredahl at the end who had a headlock on him. Bredahl a bit of a smile on his face as he backs out of there. Just kind of being overwhelmed right now. Getting a little wild now is De La Hoya. Bredahl trying to answer back. Bredahl has been more active than De La Hoya recently, and probably is hoping to get this into the later rounds, considering he has experience in going the long distances and De La Hoya does not.
Break clean. Let's go, don't push.
There's the jab by De La Hoya. For fighting a southpaw, De La Hoya has fought very well. He's utilized his right hand nicely. Bredahl showing lateral movement in this round and causing a little bit more in the way of a problem for De La Hoya than he has in previous rounds. Bredahl has solid boxing skills. There's Jimmi Bredahl, looking a little the worse for wear, but not really marked so far. Bredahl seemed to do better in that round. De La Hoya well put together. Good right uppercut by Bredahl, and then tries to answer with a left hand as well, but all of his follow-up punches have missed. Bredahl leaned in with a good right. Now he gets De La Hoya backed into a corner for the first time. And Bredahl moving in and getting to work. Trying to get this fight turned around. Robert Alcazar, the trainer of De La Hoya, up on the ring steps yelling instructions, and here comes De La Hoya back. Again with a flurry of punches. The second knockdown by De La Hoya was accomplished in much the same type flurry that he just threw. De La Hoya likes to go downstairs and then bring it up top. Good jab by De La Hoya. Orthodox fighters often find southpaw fighters difficult to jab, but De La Hoya is able to get it in. Little left hand by Bredahl. Tries to follow with a combination, but again, the punch is doing no material damage there. Bredahl enjoying some success in this round, but his problem again, his punches just don't seem to have the same type of effect as De La Hoya's when Oscar lands. Here in America, they refer to De La Hoya as the golden boy of boxing. They feel he has unlimited potential in terms of his ability be a star, much the way Sugar Ray Leonard was. Bredahl forcing De La Hoya to miss in that combination. Big money, endorsements, movie roles, all expected to come to De La Hoya if he can continue to be successful in the ring. De La Hoya launched that one right after the bell, and Lou Moret jumping between the two.
Deep in there, way up, Oscar. Run that into your legs.
Descansa. Relax. Respire profundo.
Corner. There were the rumblings of a minor controversy here this week when Bredahl's camp insisted that the weigh-in be held this morning. Remember, De La Hoya very big for this weight division, and they didn't want him weighing in with the rest of the fighters last night, then going out and enjoying a big meal last night and another one today, and coming in at 135, 136 here this evening. And then what happened is all the other fighters did weigh in last night. There's a good right hand by De La Hoya. Staggers Bredahl, who's in momentary trouble again, and Bredahl holds.
Hold it.
And the camp of Bredahl as the World Championship camp and enforcing the WBO rules got them to weigh in this morning. But De La Hoya easily was under the weight at 128 3/4. He's actually a little more than a pound less than Bredahl, but it's astonishing because when you see the two side by side, De La Hoya just looks much stronger. De La Hoya successful in backing up the champion again. Good, strong jab by De La Hoya. Bredahl has seen nothing like this in his ring career yet. And now blood from the nose of the champion. De La Hoya doing a good job of mixing up his attack, body and head. De La Hoya, a cool customer. Only 11 fights in his professional career. As poised as could be. Combination from De La Hoya again gets Bredahl in trouble. The champion from Copenhagen, Denmark, needs a big shot to keep De La Hoya off. Right now it appears that De La Hoya has simply no respect for the power of Bredahl and is walking right through everything he throws. There's no wanting for courage, however, in the champion. He is a tremendously courageous fighter, as he showed in getting up from 2 knockdowns earlier. De La Hoya working well with that left jab. In the corner, they're asking Jimmi Bredahl to box and move. Referee Lou Moret came over between rounds and told Bredahl not to hold so much. This is the WBO Junior Lightweight Championship fight, 130-pound limit. Oscar De La Hoya, the challenger in the gold trunks. Jimmi Bredahl, the champion from Denmark, in the red trunks. De La Hoya may be pitching a shutout in this fight so far. He is well ahead on points, to be sure. Bredahl trying to come back. Right uppercut by De La Hoya and close, jars the head back of Bredahl. If you're wondering about the judges tonight, an international judging panel, one judge from here in Los Angeles, one judge from Denmark, and a judge from Puerto Rico. Bredahl with a good combination and close.
Break clean. Come on.
There are many attractive bouts for De La Hoya should he get past Bredahl tonight. The WBA junior lightweight champion. Oh, Bredahl blinking his right eye, may have caught a thumb. The WBA junior lightweight champion, Renato Hernandez, also resides in Los Angeles, and there's quite a call for a bout between those two, which would be a big local showdown, of course.
Hold it.
Perhaps Rafael Ruelas, the lightweight champion, the man we met earlier and had with us in round 2, will be in the future of De La Hoya. Good right uppercut by De La Hoya and from long range. De La Hoya jarring Bredahl more with punches now. Bredahl beginning to show the effect of this constant barrage that he is getting. But still clear-headed. And right now, at least, his legs look steady underneath him. Combination by De La Hoya. Bredahl blocked most of those punches. Seven rounds in the bank. And top rank. There's the challenger, Oscar De La Hoya. Closing in on his first world title. Although the WBO title, as we mentioned in our pre-fight comments, not looked upon really in the same light as the three longer-standing organizations, WBA, WBC, and the IBF, in the jurisdictional chaos that is boxing. Good combination by De La Hoya.
Stop it. Okay.
And Lou Moret tells Oscar De La Hoya to stop jumping up and down, because when the heads get in close like that, that can cause a headbutt.
Watch the head. Watch the head.
And De La Hoya turns away, and
Let's see.
Lou Moret over there to check to see if he has been cut, but no cut from that apparent headbutt. De La Hoya looking a little angry after that.
Oscar, I don't want to have to take a point, okay? Come on.
Lou Moret, the third man in the ring, definitely in charge of the goings-on. Bredahl appears just in a survival mode at this point. Hanging on to and there again, you see him jumping up and down.
One more time.
And he got him with the shoulder. And that's why Lou Moret is warning him. Lou Moret well within his rights there to warn De La Hoya. That can cause a headbutt, or as he gave him there, a shoulder right into the head. That jumping up and down nonsense when Bredahl and he are locked in a clinch.
Watch those feet. Watch the feet.
Yeah, the fighters have been warned to watch the head and the feet in this round. Knocked him off balance. Jimmy's brother Johnny is the holder of the WBO Super Flyweight Championship. They won their titles on the same night. Good right hand by De La Hoya, and again Bredahl forced to hold on. And the crowd now getting on Bredahl for that clinching tactic. De La Hoya's style, he has that body kind of squared as he comes at you. Bell, end of round 8. De La Hoya screen right there as you looked at it. We'll take a look in that last round and see if we can pick up the headbutt. Two come close. There it is. Obvious headbutt. The two came together. De La Hoya didn't like that. Unintentional headbutt, it looked like to me.
Okay, come on, let's do it.
But they both leaned in and they did clash heads, but fortunately, no blood was spilled as a result. We are in round number 9. De La Hoya would appear to be miles ahead. De La Hoya with a 2-inch reach advantage. 2-inch height advantage. Certainly all of the physical advantages in De La Hoya's favor. And on top of all that, he's the sentimental favorite too among the fans here in Los Angeles, the hometown boy. Bredahl, though, is a tough cookie. All of those punches missed except the last one. De La Hoya got the right home between the gloves of Bredahl. Hope you're enjoying the bouts this evening wherever you're watching the world over. I'm Rich Murata ringside at the Grand Olympic Auditorium, Los Angeles, California. This is the WBO Junior Lightweight Championship fight. Earlier tonight, IBF Super Middleweight Champion James Lights Out Tony stopped previously undefeated challenger Tim Littles in the 4th round to run his record to 42-0-2.
Let him go. Break. Sit back.
There have not been many cards where all 4 combatants in 2 World Championship events have been undefeated. That's what we're seeing here in this card this evening, promoted by Bob Arum in Top Rank. De La Hoya being paid $1 million for this fight tonight. Bredahl said to be receiving $300,000. Straight left by Bredahl and the right hand by Bredahl. Now he tries to move De La Hoya back and pick up some momentum. Combination by De La Hoya, but the left hand missed. Referee Lou Moret separates the fighters. De La Hoya moves in as the bell sounds. De La Hoya smiling in his corner. Bredahl's cornerman pleading with him to let his hands go. He needs something dramatic, but it is De La Hoya who comes out with a flurry of punches to knock the champion down for the 3rd time.
6, 7, have you had it? 8, you okay? You sure? One more time. Let's go.
Lou Moret asked him if he had had it, and Bredahl said, I'm okay. A flurry of punches putting the champion down. De La Hoya opening up. Bredahl in trouble. De La Hoya on the verge of a championship for the first time in his professional career, and Bredahl holds on.
You okay, Jimmy? You okay?
Lou Moret asking Bredahl if he's all right, and Bredahl nods yes. A courageous fighter is the champion from Denmark, Jimmi Bredahl, but he's in deep trouble here tonight. And round 10 has still 2 minutes to go. Bleeding now on the right side of his face. They were working with the end swell between rounds, just underneath the right eye of Bredahl, who gets caught with some clean punches inside again. A most impressive performance tonight by Oscar De La Hoya. Bredahl trying to move, trying to last, into survival mode again. But De La Hoya steely-eyed, moving forward, eyeing his foe and trying to finish him off. Bredahl stumbling, legs not quite all there. Still trying to keep De La Hoya off with a jab, but there's just not enough sock in those gloves of Jimmi Bredahl to keep the challenger off. And the face now turning into a bloody mask. De La Hoya unmarked. Would appear to have won almost every round. Combination De La Hoya. Bredahl in trouble. Lou Moret may step in and stop this at any moment now. He's watching closely. Bredahl trying to last out the round. 20 seconds to go.
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
Lou Moret steps between the two. Again asking Bredahl if he wants to continue, and Bredahl gives him a wink. Boy, is the champion tough. What a gamester. Right hand by De La Hoya staggers Bredahl.
Time.
Bell sounds to end round number 10. The referee, Lou Moret, is calling time now. He's going to have the ring doctor, Dr. Adam Carnes, come in and take a look at the champion.
He's taking a lot of headshots.
You're right. No, 2 more rounds. No.
Fight is over. The fight is over. Oscar De La Hoya is the new WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the World. What a scene at the Grand Olympic Auditorium as Oscar De La Hoya is carried on the shoulders of his handlers. And the fans roaring their approval. Bredahl pleaded with his cornermen to let him continue. He said it's just 2 more rounds. But a compassionate corner, they said no. And De La Hoya has emerged with his first championship, and it may be the first of many. There's promoter Bob Arum in the ring congratulating the man he promotes. De La Hoya now will climb up on his own ring stool to wave to the fans in the balcony. A hug from Choke Bodak, his cut man. Robert Alcazar, his trainer. And all the work has paid off. So we take a look now at round number 10. De La Hoya just pouring it on. Simply overwhelming Bredahl. There's the knockdown that sent Bredahl down for the 3rd time in the fight. He continued the onslaught after that. Bredahl very unsteady, bleeding from the nose and just under the eye. De La Hoya misses that right, but that right stood him up and staggered him halfway across the ring. De La Hoya incessant in following him up. I would say that De La Hoya probably won every round. The 5th round was close.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here's the
referee
announcement.
Lou Moret, acting on the advice of physician at ringside, Dr. Adam Carnes, calls a halt to the bout at the end of round 10. The winner by technical knockout and new WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
And a big smile across his face. Here's Larry Merchant with the champ.
See Tony's fight, did it have any effect on you? Did you want to do better than him? What was your impression going after?
When you have a fighter, who is good at like James Toney, and he puts on an excellent performance. He did very, very good. it puts you more pressure so you could try harder and make you want to show off more and make the audience cheer more for you. So it did add a little more power to me. It psyched me up more, and my game plan was very good. I felt very, very strong. Okay, he's a very well-talented little boxer, and I give him a lot of credit.
What was the difficulty of following up on your knockdowns? Was he just too tough and quick?
Well, a softball is really difficult when you go in there and try to throw your punches. You're so used to fighting a right-handed boxer that when you fight a left-handed boxer, it's like it's a whole different game. It's a whole different plan that you have to sort out up in the ring, and that's what happened. But I caught him up in later rounds.
Let's take a look at the last knockdown in the 10th round, which ended the fight really. Tell us what you see.
I was just putting a lot of pressure to him. He couldn't just stand the pressure because I felt very, very strong. I felt that I was in command, and it was just a matter of time that he would go down and lose the fight.
Now this is the end of the fight. Did you punch enough to the body in this fight, Oscar?
I really couldn't punch to the body a lot because of his left-hand style. But later on, I started to throw the right hooks to the body, and they kind of worked. But I knew that I had to throw different punches, come up in different angles to win the fight.
What kind of feelings and impressions do you have about following your father and grandfather into this arena and fighting here?
Yeah, well, first of all, I would like to thank the Needleman family and Mr. Bob Arum, the best promoter in the world, to having given me this opportunity of reopening the Grand Olympic Auditorium. And it was just a great honor for myself because my father fought here, my grandfather fought here, and now for me to fight here is just the best thing that could ever happen to Los Angeles and myself.
Do you feel that you still have to win over the hardcore, skeptical, tough fans in East Los Angeles?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, fans are never going to be happy. People are never going to be happy. There's always going to be positive and negative critics out there, and I feel very, very confident that in the future I will come up against the best fighters in the world, and hopefully I will do well because this is my first year in boxing, and I just have to develop more strength and more endurance and just physical strength that I need.
You fought at 130 pounds. You weren't sure whether you'd be comfortable here. Do you want to stay here or do you want to move up?
I felt very strong. I felt very powerful and fast. I believe, see how it goes maybe in 3 weeks, see how I feel. If my body grows into a lightweight or if I'll move up higher, who knows.
Will you fight some of the outstanding fighters in your weight classifications here in Los Angeles like Gennaro Hernandez and the Rellis brothers? And since you're managing your career, you tell us what your timetable is.
Well, my timetable is to develop a little more experience, and eventually I'll be fighting the best in the world from Los Angeles, from anywhere in the world, and I just need a little more time, and only I know when I've developed that strength and power to beat any champion out there.
Well, at least for tonight, you were an excellent manager as well as a fighter. Thank you, Oscar De La Hoya.
Thank you, sir.
And back to you, Jim and George.